So we have a 20 kilogram package that has a speed of 1.5 meters per second when it is delivered to the smooth ramp. So this one already has a velocity given there. After sliding down the ramp, it lands onto a 10 kilogram cart as shown. Determine the speed of the cart and the package after the package stops sliding on the cart. So once again, we have the speed, we have all of this stuff. So we need to figure out how much do they move. So let's see, what do we have here? So we have the mass of the package. It's 20 kilograms. We have the velocity of the package at the beginning. It's 1.5 meters per second. We have the mass of the cart. That is 100 kilograms. I mean 100, this is 10 kilograms, sorry. 10 kilograms. And we know the car starts from rest. And it's a smooth surface again, so smooth. And we're looking for the velocity of them combined. So once again, if we do our equation here, we're gonna get, the mass of the package times the velocity of the package plus the mass of the car times the velocity of the car. It's equals to, because they get together, so mass of the package times the mass of the car times the velocity that they share in common. So pretty straightforward, pretty easy to do, right? However, the thing here is the following. So we can say this is state 1. So we know the initial velocity, it's 1.5 meters per second when it's at the top, just before it goes there. And then we need to figure out at the bottom right here, the package, what will be its velocity right here just before it enters the car. Because notice, it's not going to, because it's high, it's not going to be this velocity that we are going to be using. That's the initial velocity that the package starts at the top of the ramp. But once it falls down, it's gonna gain some speed, due to the height difference, it's gonna get some speed. So we need to figure out what is the velocity of the package here, just before it enters the car. And after they move together, we can call this then state 3. So we have 3 different states. So this equation right here will apply from state 2 to state 3, right? Because that's the velocity of the package just before it enters the car to after it leaves together with the car. But from state 1 to state 2, right? From state 1 to state 2, what is that change in velocity? So we know velocity of the package 1 is equals to 1.5 meters per second. But what is the velocity of the package just before it enters the car? So once we know this one, we'll be able to plug it into this equation right here. So how do we do that? We have a height difference and a velocity that we're looking for. Well, pretty easy. Every time we have a height difference and we have objects in free fall, we can use the conservation of energy. So conservation of energy. So we have T1 plus V1 is equals to T2 plus V2. If we say, once again, that this is our 0 line of reference, we do have the height here. It is 2 meters, see it there. So we can say that the height at 2 is equals to 0 because it's from reference. We do know velocity 1. We know the height at 1. We're looking for velocity 2. So we can rearrange here and we'll have 1/2 mass of the package times velocity of the package 1 square plus mass of the package times gravity times the height at 1, which is 2 meters. And it's equals to 1/2 mass of the package times velocity of the package 2 square. Notice they all have the same mass, so we can cancel the mass of the package right here. And we will be able to figure out from here V2, or velocity of the package 2, as equals to 6.44 meters per second. Using this velocity, now we can plug it into our equation right here, and we should be able to figure out, our velocity 2. So that will be mass of the package, 20 kilograms times 6.44 meters per second, plus the mass of the car, which is 10 kilograms. But remember, the car was originally at rest, so this whole thing can go to 0. And this is equals to 20 kilograms, or we can already say it's 30 kilograms, right? Together, there are 30 kilograms. 20 plus 10, that's 30 kilograms. V2. So notice we're going to have this is equals to that. Rearrange for V2, and we're going to get V2, it's equals to 4.29 meters per second. That will be the velocity of the package and the cart moving together. So once again, notice these problems are pretty straightforward. They are not complicated at all. So that is at least at this point, we already learned about the principle of linear momentum and impulse and the principle of conservation of momentum. So the only thing that we have left in this class for this time will be then now looking briefly about angular momentum. So all of these things happen in linear. We'll learn about angular momentum, and then we'll switch into the collisions. All right, that's it. I'll see you guys in the next video.